So recently I've seen a lot of bullshit videos about how to get big on YouTube and be successful and what you need to do and pro tips. And obviously there are also some other good videos that I saw with these things, but there's been an influx of these videos hovering around the YouTube commentator zeitgeist recently, and I thought I would throw my hat in the ring, or rather throw my suggestion into the public sphere for how to do YouTube. But regardless, let's hop into it. Doesn't matter why I did it. I'm doing it. Let's move on. So, first bit of advice is don't be yourself, okay? You're probably thinking, whoa, what the fuck, Taylor? That's the first piece of advice that everybody always gives me is just be yourself. Just be yourself when you're on YouTube, And if people like it, they're going to come, Well, I hate to burst your little bubble here, but if people wanted to come watch your videos, and if you're already uploading videos and you've been yourself for a while, they're not going to magically start loving yourself, Do you think it's some weird anomaly that Toby Turner and all these huge YouTubers like Shay Carl and all those guys that are gigantic, do you really think that they're acting like themselves? You would have to be a complete idiot to think that Toby Turner walks around when he's not filming himself and acts like that, Obviously he does comedy stuff, but he's not being himself. He's a smart enough guy that he knows if he were himself, 100% himself, people would lose interest, because part of the appeal of watching someone on YouTube is feeling as though you're getting some insight into someone's life that isn't quite as normal as your own. You like to think that the person you're listening to has adventures and situations that aren't presented to you in your normal life, but this person, by virtue of the fact they're on the internet, they have these exciting experiences, and even though it's not true, it's largely not true. Like, people watch me and they probably think that I have a way more exciting life than them just because I do this YouTube thing, and because to them, perceptibly, the amount of people who watch me kind of gives me some credence in my real life, even though it's just they're just watching my internet personality. So it's part of that, you are really interested in someone on the internet because tacitly you feel like they have an exciting life, And so if you go into it just acting like yourself and acting like you're just a Joe Schmo, I'm sorry, but that's really not going to work. And if it does, that's a rare situation. But all this advice about being yourself, it's just horseshit. It really is just horseshit, Like, I can't tell you the number of YouTubers I've met in real life who, there are some, most of them who are very, very similar to their online persona. They're obviously different people along that spectrum, but you would not believe how many YouTubers I've met, big YouTubers, who are 0% like their internet personality. Just zero, Like, I'll walk into a room of them, and all these people are people who make their living or make a lot of money, most of them not their living, obviously, talking on the internet, but walk into a room with them in real life, and suddenly they're quiet as, a church mouse. It's just, don't be yourself. The kind of people who are themselves and are lucky enough that themselves is appealing, that's great, but most people don't have that benefit, If I came on YouTube and was just 100% myself, nobody would watch me. I'm not that exciting, You have to throw some spice in there. So that's the first bit of advice, friends. The next one is giveaways, okay? You want to make sure that you're constantly bombarding your subscribers with giveaways, because it's a great way to really ensure that you have a lot of long-term following. And you're probably thinking I'm saying this sarcastically right now, which I am, kind of tongue-in-cheek, but I'd like you to take a look real quick, because people often say, in retrospect about giveaways, like, oh yeah, giveaways were bad, but they were only a way to short-term increase your viewership, It was only a short-term thing, so if those people are successful now after the giveaways, that's just testament to the fact that their content is vastly increased in quality. No, that's fucking bullshit. Look at every single person who did giveaways. Just check. Look at every person's channel who did giveaways. I'm not going to name names, because if you're around here at the time, you obviously know who it is, and, spoiler alert, they have huge fucking channels. They are making inordinate sums of money, most of which I would say is due to the fact that they got a huge surge of internet publicity back in the giveaway day that really just never let up. Because, as you know, on the internet, it's an exponential growth thing. There's an exponential growth factor. So a huge channel like Woody's Gamertag grows way faster than mine because he has a lot of people and it kind of snowballs away, Now, if I had gotten involved in the giveaway thing a year and a half ago when everyone was huge and I had given away things, I probably would have gotten an extra 50, 100,000 subscribers. And even though those subscribers wouldn't have sat around on my channel and just loved it, they still would have liked my videos enough to get that snowball rolling. So when people tell you that giveaways only get you short-term subscribers, that's not true. Look at everyone who's ever done giveaways. It's worked out brilliantly for them. Unfortunately, we can't really do that anymore because YouTube's terms of service or whatever the hell they talk about. Next big thing is definitely send inordinate numbers of messages to every big YouTube commentator. Now, if they don't respond right away, don't get discouraged, because trust me, they're keeping track of how many you send, and if you send like 50 or 60, eventually they're going to be so impressed at how diligent you are, they're going to say, hey, I got to give this guy a dual com. He's messaged me like 100 times. He's serious. Almost all the words in his message are spelled right. Some are even capitalized correctly, and there's some punctuation in there. He's a tryhard. I'm going to do a video with him. So definitely do that. We love it. Love it, love it, love it. Especially the huge guys. They can't get enough messages. Also, when you send those messages, make sure that you put like box for box in there too, because that shows that you have the lingo and the understanding of YouTube, and then we'll think, all right, this guy ain't no noob, he's a pro, he gets it, all right? So that's just to be sure. And the biggest thing, if you're trying to grow, is pick a fight with a bigger YouTuber. That's the best thing you can possibly do. And when you do pick the fight, make sure that your contention is so laughably absurd that the person can't even begin to mount a defense against it. For example, if I were to come out and say that Woody's gamertag is sexually attracted to hot dog casings, and I only say that because Woody's one of my best friends in the community, and I know everybody will know that's a joke, he couldn't disprove that. He'd be like, that's ridiculous. But people would still be commenting that on his videos, and then that would, in turn, people would be like, why the hell are they leaving this weird lewd joke here? And they'd be like, hey, that joke came from that guy Mercadurka. And they go back to my channel, and then if Woody ever reciprocated, then you get that whole, fighting aspect going on. Or even better, I can challenge him to like a jiu-jitsu match in real life or something. I don't know. There's some YouTuber who did that, but I forgot his name. I guess it doesn't work all the time. Oh, well. Or even better, say something just really, really awful. Like, say, I don't know. Let's say if you're a small YouTuber, you could say, oh, yeah, Mercadurka is really, really into, underage goat bestiality videos on the internet. I don't know why I said underage goat. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. But see, the point is you can just make up anything, and as long as it's an unfalsifiable hypothesis, someone will believe it because it's the internet. People are retarded. Someone will believe it and grasp on, and then they'll go back to your channel and trust you. And that's the way of the internet. That's how you got to do things around here to succeed, I think. And but in all seriousness, obviously, unless you just have no ear for sarcasm or anything, you realize a lot of this video is tongue-in-cheek. But if you want to make videos and your goal isn't to make money or anything, just go for it, have fun. But if you're getting into it to make money, don't fool yourself and think, I'm just going to be myself and I'm going to succeed. Because quite frankly, most likely you won't. I can actually say 100% with certainty that if I started YouTube right now today, I probably wouldn't get 2,000 subscribers. There's no way. There is no possible way, because at this juncture in time, YouTube is a business, and if you don't have business sense or you don't have networking skills, you're not going to get popular, and that's the sad truth of it, But that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a rating. If you didn't, tell me how much it sucked and my jokes are awful and I should quit, and how much, I don't know, just leave a rumor about me and see if anybody believes it. The end.